And you know what? Going into this set, I will say I'm genuinely surprised. Um, I have not really heard of LightWhisp before going into this, but now I'm a LightWhisp fan. You know what? Screw it. I'm doing it live. Following LightWhisp on Twitter.
Oh, he's gonna have constant abilities.
Oh man, yeah, dude. LightWhisp, I'm liking the stuff from LightWhisp here on the Steven. I've seen some of the combos that this person was able to
Only
do.
65 followers. That's not enough.
I know, dude. Come on, people. Support the multiverses community, man. And look, at this point, guys, like, if you see someone who likes multiverses and you think they're decent, just drop a follow. But here we go, getting into this game between LightWhisp and Mirrorman. As I said earlier, immediately setting up that shield and just denying a projectile from Mirrorman, just right off of the bat. And we see the upward shield being set up there too. That could be quite interesting in this matchup, but I think that LightWhisp setting up those upward shields could potentially deny some rockets and even some bat swings from Mirrorman.
Absolutely. Mirrorman just... We saw it before. Mirrorman really likes approaching... excuse me, with charge snare. But not really doing too much here so far. And, oh man, LightWhisp going for the melee fox combos, quote-unquote. But not going to get it to really extend, unfortunately. So it just leaves Steven in this scenario of like, okay, it's a little bit hard to approach at the moment. Because sure, he has those shields, but they don't really do too much in terms of damage other than like Watermelon Steven. And maybe that move potentially. But, I mean, it's at this point, like, just figuring out how to properly approach without getting punished as a result. And he's going to be able to find it. Ooh, went really hard for that kill attempt there. Not going to get it just yet, though. And, oh, not going to read where Bugs is going to be tunneling out of just yet. But, oh, we're going to see the save trying to be broken into. But it's got a big lock in there that even lock-picking lawyer could not even crack open.
Yeah, that was a big one right there. And now we see that the kill coming out here from LightWhisp. Now, LightWhisp sitting up at one stock, and that, oh, like I said, that bubble shield is being able to block that up air coming out there from Mirrorman. And just both the regular shields and bubble shields are going to be so key here for LightWhisp. Like, it's different. Steven's one of those characters that, you know, has a utility in this game that not a lot of other characters have, which are just a defensive ability, just being able to literally block damage. It's something that's not in multiverses necessarily. Some characters have it, some characters don't. And having that advantage can really set up something different counterplay against a character like, you know, Steven.
Indeed. And going for those up air attempts here, we aren't seeing too much off of it just yet, but the up air from the Bugs Bunny, knocking them out of the park, Yankee Stadium, and away past the parking lot there for that first stock. And once again, going to burrow underground once again, looking for a safe haven, because 99, 111%, not a great spot to be in at the moment.
Oh yeah, those higher percentages there against Steven. Steven is one of those characters that surprisingly has a very good, like, vertical knockback and, like, being able to kill with moves like up special. And so now we're going to see some of these shields being set up here and the Rose Bomb being applied and a great up special there, and that's really all Steven needs. Up special is so quick, it moves Steven upwards, and it's just, frame data wise, just a very, very fast move that you can kind of just pop out there and get a kill.
Absolutely. And, oh, ooh, very good from Mirrorman. Gonna use that tunnel mechanic to just avoid that attempt for entrance from Steven here. But, oh, looking for some sort of entrance. Both players playing it out in neutral at the moment, trying to get the right approach here. Oh, we're gonna see the safe come right back down out of nowhere once again. Oh, looking for something in from LightWhisp, but nothing just yet. Like I said, both players trying to get this approach here in neutral to change it into their favor for stage control purposes, but nothing just yet, Niall.
Yeah, and now we see that both of the, like, LightWhisp holding that 2-stock lead. This is going to be nice, but with Mirrorman right here, he's going to have to be able to try to figure out a way to get in terms of, like, these ladder combos. He needs to be able to get his damage in and just find ways to work around these shields and this, like, I almost want to say controlled movement, like controlled pacing from LightWhisp. LightWhisp is basically controlling a lot of the game. We don't see Mirrorman getting in and doing those big damage combos that he normally does and being able to control the flow of the match.
Indeed. 150% on the Steven, 39 on the Bugs. This is looking very interesting and very dangerous. In fact, we're going to see this stock going away from Steven now. Both players pretty much even at this point, but I mean, with how much percent LightWhisp has been able to get away with and how long he's been alive for, I mean, I wouldn't even say this is completely even at this point, but we're going to see the Nair loops, nothing coming out of it, just other than 2 of them. We're going to see the safe break once again. We're going to see the TV come into play, but TV not going to be on for long, unfortunately. Going to be unplugged there.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting option we saw right there also with the pie from Mirrorman. Even though it still hit LightWhisp when LightWhisp was using the bubble there, LightWhisp still taking the effects of the pie. Quite interesting. Watermelon Steven being set up here on the other side of the stage. LightWhisp wouldn't be able to do some stuff with that, but Mirrorman easily booting it out with a forward air and a safe will do it. I think Watermelon Steven has now ascended into the heavens.
Absolutely. Watermelon Stephen going back up to with all of his watermelon friends as they go and save the day. But Mirrorman really looking to not only put Watermelon Stephen up into the heavens, but LightWhisp Stephen into the heavens as well. As we see 1 baseball bat, 2 baseball bats. Are we going to see the 3rd strike and he's out?
Oh, I guess not today. We see the shield being set up here in the middle, but wow. We see LightWhisp using that shield to their advantage, kind of just sitting back and just playing a little bit more defensively, looking for the up special, not able to get it there just yet. Both of these players, this can literally be anyone's game right here. And we see LightWhisp starting to lose a little bit more of that momentum. Shields being applied here to kind of just block some of that damage. But wow, very good combo right there. Into the up special, and that'll do it. Very good kill off the top from LightWhisp, able to close out that game against Mirrorman. And that'll be game 1 for LightWhisp.
I feel like at this point, LightWhisp needs to swap his name out for DarkWhisp, because my goodness, this man has been tearing through chaos in this bracket, just doing so much work so far with the Steven.
Oh yeah, that is for sure. I feel like with LightWhisp, in terms of like Steven, right? And Steven as a character, actually, really. Like, he's one of those characters, even in 1v1s and 2v2s, you don't really realize how dangerous they are until they start beating you sometimes. And I feel like now with Mirrorman, it's really going to come down to him literally adjusting his entire playstyle to work around LightWhisp, especially being down now 1-0.
He'll just go in between
Indeed.
the hole over and
And I mean, we saw it there. LightWhisp just did really great work against Mirrorman, not really giving him many options.
And I just have to
and it was like too late. I mean, it was insane. He was living 150+% almost every single stock. And Mirrorman was just not able to get the kill soon enough. And as a result, LightWhisp was just like, I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to kill you where you can't kill me.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, bro. Like, LightWhisp putting in great work here.
Absolutely. And wonderful stuff from Mirrorman as well. Mirrorman still in it for the taking, of course, as we go into the next game here. I believe this is game 3. So just doing some potential stuff here. We could see a possible, I would say, maybe just like paying a little more attention to what Steven's trying to do. Because I feel like that is one of the issues that Mirrorman is having here, is just like figuring out what it is that LightWhisp is doing. And maybe now that you've played 2 games and lost to both of them, you can kind of see, okay, this is what LightWhisp Steven is trying to do. Let me counteract with this.
Yeah, that's for sure. As we see now, the down... Oh, wow, the down strong. I forgot how big the hitbox is on that. And we see very good rocket here as well from Mirrorman. What's going to be really key, I think, with Mirrorman is being able to not only find your engagement and being able to get in against Steven. I think what's going to be key is being able to stop Steven from using cooldown. So, like, maybe when Steven wants to set up Watermelon Steven, knocking away Steven and being able to create an advantage state off of that. That is going to be super key going into the set.
Absolutely. We're going to see the shield pop once again. Going to move the safe off stage. We're going to see the sandwich, but sandwich not going to be out for too long. Looks like Bugs was really hungry, and sandwich immediately gone. We're going to see the baseball bat coming in once again, not going to land. And this is what I was saying before. Mirrorman is having a hard time approaching against LightWhisp Steven. It's very weird. I feel like Steven's movement is just so weird that it's really hard to like have the proper angles to deal with him.
Yeah, I agree. That's the thing. Oh, as we get a little bit of a lag right here. That's the thing about with like Steven, is that not only is movement weird, Steven can kind of just drift, can use forward air and pivot off of it. Steven has like a glide as well. You have Watermelon Steven, you have to work around. This character is technical, and if you don't understand the matchup, you have to almost rewire your entire brain in order to play around Steven. And as we see Mirrorman kind of doing right here, we see Mirrorman trying to just figure out ways to throw projectiles out. We see him using all these different cooldowns, but it's like they're either not hitting LightWhisp or LightWhisp is just like avoiding them completely.
Absolutely. Right now, LightWhisp looking for some way to enter here. And once again, gonna back away from the tunnel. You're just gonna wait for Mirrorman to pop off from ground so that way he can counteract with something. And we see everybody's favorite best friend, Watermelon Steven, coming into play, but he's gonna be frozen and he's gonna be shot away by the dynamite, but he's still back in. Watermelon Steven trying to put in the work, but oh, he's not back in. Oh, he's back. Watermelon Steven, the GOAT.
Watermelon Steven trying to put in some work and somehow still hanging on there. This is absolutely insane how Watermelon Steven is still in this right now. Mirrorman has to be frustrated about Watermelon. Watermelon's putting some good work, but that's a great up special right there. And this could be the lead that Mirrorman is looking for. Could this be the big break in the Mirrorman gang? Mirrorman gang, rise up. Y'all looking for this for Mirrorman to win this set? Well, this might be the opportunity right here.
Absolutely, and apparently Mirrorman gang responding because he got a new one to the Mirrorman gang. But speaking of Mirrorman, he's gonna push away Watermelon Steven once again. And now he's going to play the stage control game, trying to reset neutral here to get that approach he needs. Because 135, yep, going to take that stock loss, unfortunately. But 64% is pretty good so far going into this next stock for Mirrorman.
Yeah, that is good. Mirrorman's starting to adapt around the Watermelon Steven, it looks like to me. And he's also starting to play around the shields very well. He's starting to use the projectiles and throw them over the shield, so that way LightWhisp kind of has to, like, basically almost getting themselves trapped within their own shield, which is quite interesting. We see the bubble shield coming out there as well from LightWhisp, and now both of them kind of just like sitting back in neutral, just kind of playing their own thing, shield being thrown out there. And now LightWhisp finding a great combo, throwing them in the blender right here. Might as well call
Watermelon
it...
Steven is assisting!
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. You might as well call it DQ, oh my gosh, great combo right there from Mirrorman, able to get the kill off the side right here. And now we see Mirrorman throwing them in a blender of their own. Honestly, Tailwinds, what a turn of events.
Absolutely. And you know, as you were saying that DQ moment, immediately I thought to myself, You're saying for Bugs to get DQs, Steven and Watermelon Steven just got DQ'd.
Dude, I was actually going to make a Dairy Queen joke, but oh my goodness, yeah, speaking of DQs, this has been absolutely insane. Like, honestly, dude, like right now, we see Mirrorman sitting at 115%, trying to make the reversal of a lifetime. Great up special right there from LightWhisp. But now, both of these players, they're both sitting kind of even. We see both of them sitting at 2-2, but the momentum... Mirrorman has been figuring out a way to kind of slowly swing that back into their favor. We see some of the saves being thrown out. We see the tunnel being set up here. And we see some combos being set up off the top. This is the game that we know Mirrorman likes, and we know Mirrorman could definitely win off of.
You're right about that. We're going to see that flow coming in from Steven. Just like you said before, Steven going to be able to make it back on the stage thanks to the flow and just varying his recovery. And it's so important to come back on the stage with a varied recovery because then your opponent can't really figure out what you're trying to do to make it back onto stage. And that way, you just have that extra chance of surviving much longer. But we're going to get knocked out of the park there for the game. And with that, Mirrorman taking one on the board for it to be 2-1.
Yeah, very good.
I feel like the scoreboard should be updated on the stream as well.
Okay, yeah. Very good. Yeah, agreed. Very good up air there from Mirrorman, able to get the kill as well. Great stuff there. I feel like the big thing we saw, like I said, was in terms of adapting, and you said that earlier, Tailwinds, the big thing we saw from Mirrorman was not only just like being able to set up the projectiles or whatever and being able to work around the Steven shield. We also, what I saw is we saw Mirrorman playing like Mirrorman.
It's a lot
but like
harder
we saw Mirrorman being able to set up the combos off the top. We saw that Mirrorman more or less wasn't respecting LightWhisp too much and was kind of like, okay, look, it's my time to shine. Let me go in here and get my own piece, my own combo. And I feel like that's what Mirrorman needs to go into this matchup thinking. At the same time, we know that Steven's one of those characters that wants them to play your game. And I think for Mirrorman to win this set, they have to be able to control the pace of the match.
Absolutely. And I'm kind of curious, because I've been seeing it a lot here from people in the chat. I want to know, who do you stand? Do you stand Mirrorman or do you stand LightWhisp? Let us know, chat. Let's get that engagement going. But yeah, let's go back into this next game here. Game 3, I believe it is. Once again, Sky Arena platforms this time.
Skyrated platforms. So I think these platforms are actually going to be a little bit more favorable for Mirrorman, in my opinion. Bugs is a character I think can more reliably kill off the top than Steven. I mean, Steven can definitely do it with up special, and Steven can literally create their own platform with up special and then use another platform to then combo off of a platform. So I mean, both of these characters can do it well. I think Bugs just has better juggle potential than Steven does, in my opinion. But we'll have to see how this whole matchup shakes out. I think these platforms could also work very well in terms of defensive capabilities and setting up a very strong neutral for LightWhisp.
Absolutely. Here we go. Sky Arena platforms, game 3. Both players, once again, starting it with neutral, just trying to get a feel for how to approach here. And using really good use of tunnel there to just move the safe from one side to all the way over to the other side of the stage.
Yeah, for sure. In terms of Mirrorman, like he loves to use his tunnel almost like a ping pong type thing, where you just go back and forth until you find your opponent making a mistake. Maybe they try to throw out a move and then they way whiff it or something like that, and then you look for a punish. That is kind of like the Mirrorman style. Look for something in which you want to like ping pong back and forth and kind of play your own pace, or use that tunnel to make space for yourself to then set up some cooldowns. Maybe other cooldowns are offline. You want to wait a little bit and kind of just use the invincibility of the tunnel and stay underground, make it harder for your opponent to hit you, stuff like that.
Absolutely. And so far, we've been seeing LightWhisp doing a pretty good job here at keeping the stock alive for as long as possible. But the issue going into this game so far has been he hasn't been able to really properly approach it and get that percent going on Mirrorman at the moment. And Mirrorman has been successful in doing that and just putting Steven in unfavorable situations.
Yeah, those unfavorable situations indeed. And we see the Rose Bomb being set up here. And now, like I said, adaptation was going to be big for Mirror Man going to this set. And Mirror Man sitting at the better end of the stick here with 39%, Light Wisp at 101. This is the game that Mirror Man needs as we see him pop out of the tunnel and go for that up air, just as we were talking about earlier, Tailwinds.
Absolutely. You have to think about it like this, too. Mirror Man is no stranger to platform fighters at all. Very successful player in the NASB community, Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, in other words. So, not a stranger when it comes to that adaptation game, especially for a game like that where it's so fast. You really have to have that adaptation game to be able to be on point.
Yeah, very good forward air as we see that come out here from Mirror Man into the up air, able to get that kill off of the top right blast zone. And now Mirror Man able to keep the momentum in a set that looked like it was all all Light Wisp.
Absolutely. And that was a weird interaction there
That was
with
very
with
weird.
Yeah, that looks like something that should not have happened. I don't know, but anyways, so far doing a very good job at approaching here with Mirror Man, but Watermelon Steven providing that little bit of pressure as well, and he's just gonna appear out of nowhere and attack Bugs Bunny for God knows whatever reason.
Yeah, Watermelon Steven trying to help out the Steven gang, wants to help out Lightwist in winning this set. Very good dynamite throw right there. Mirror Man getting the dynamite there. And wow, an interesting Rose Bomb into the up special there from Lightwist. Steven, one of those characters, because of their aerial mobility, can literally just drift. Go from one side of the stage to the other, and the movement is just so seamless.
Absolutely. And let's go back into here. I had to look at something real quick for a second there. Sorry. Oh, went for the up air attempt once again. That could have potentially led to a kill. That high of a percent, that high up above stage, that's a potential. But 155, very high percentage right now. I feel like anything from midpoint of stage in terms of verticality could certainly kill at this percent. But unfortunately, Light Wisp not going to have the recovery tools on bar to be able to make it back on a stage, loses stock as a result. And now Mirror Man looking very good with a 2-stock lead. But as I say that, that 2-stock lead turns into a 1-stock lead. But both players at 0%. This is looking really good for Mirrorman at the moment. He is really reversing this so far.
Yeah, that is for sure. And now we see that Mirrorman sitting at the 2 stock lead. And you have to imagine as LightWhisp, what is the change of game plan? What are we doing wrong that's not really working in our favor? I mean, on paper, this looks like a matchup that Steven could easily win by just denying projectiles. But now Mirrorman seems like they want to play more of a scrappy type play style, not necessarily relying too much on those projectiles, going in and just being able to land damage off bat. Get those Nair exchanges that I want. Maybe a couple of forward airs to launch them off stage. That seems to be the game plan Mirrorman wants to go into and stick with this set.
Absolutely. And wow, LightWhisp is just gonna wait there and do nothing while Mirrorman gets out his item. I'm not sure if that was the best choice there. However, I do respect it because maybe Mirrorman was trying to get LightWhisp to approach, and then Mirrorman would punish him for doing that. So I'm also not surprised about it either. It's going to be really just how are you going to approach this at this point? Are you going to be able to land what you need to get that punish going? But so far, it's been pretty even. But the problem is that stock deficit.
Yeah, that stock deficit is definitely a thing and definitely a factor. As right now, I mean, we're getting a little bit close to time. 146 left in the match. I mean, you got the very good up special there from LightWhisp. Yeah, I would think you have to imagine. I haven't seen many multiverses games go to time, but right now it's getting a little close to it.
Absolutely. With 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, both players still just keeping it going for as long as possible.
Yeah,
And
I
at
mean,
this point, it's just like, are we playing against Sonic the Hedgehog?
yeah, I mean, these two characters right now are kind of just like playing at a little bit of their own pace, a little bit more neutral than you would normally see in a multiverses match. But I mean, honestly, both of these players they both have so much respect for each other. I think that's the big thing. They both of them know, Lightwist knows that Mirrorman could easily just blow you up with a combo. But at the same time, Mirrorman knows that he has to be playing very creative against a character like Steven. As we see right now, Lightwist sitting at 133%. Lightwist definitely gonna have to play creative because anything could kill. Very good rocket, and that will do it. Mirrorman getting the kill off of the rocket. And I believe that is 2 games now for Mirrorman, correct?
Yes, that is 2-1 in Mirrorman's favor. So Mirrorman only needs one more win to make it onto winner's side grand finals. But LightWhisp is not going to make that easy, and he certainly wants that spot. So we're going to have to see how this next game is going to go here. But I mean, this has been intense, and going into it, it seems like LightWhisp had the momentum, but now it's flipped on its knees, and it's been Mirrorman nonstop. And every single time we've seen Mirrorman come up with these wins, people are cheering for him. So there's a possibility that maybe LightWhisp might be seeing that and being pressured a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure could be getting into Lightwist, but I definitely feel like this is a scenario where, Lightwist was able to take game 1, and it was a very, in my opinion, commanding game 1. And so, if you're Lightwist, you have to take a look back at that game and see what worked and what didn't. And try to replicate what worked, because right now we're in a scenario where it could mean that you lose, and losing this set would not be very favorable for Lightwist, and I think winning this set would definitely put Lightwist in a great position to do well in the rest of this tournament.
Absolutely. And that's so important as well, as you say it, Niles, that you really need to have that momentum in your favor. Otherwise, you could be making so many mistakes that it leads to you going down into loser's bracket here after this game. So we'll have to see how that goes with Sky Arena Classic 3 platforms.
Yeah, that is the thing. Is like the winner of this game will end up being in grand finals. So we'll have to see how this whole thing shakes out. Lightwist's going to have to figure out some way to get back into this as we go back to Sky Arena on the triple plats. Very good up air combo there from Lightwist. Wow, grabbing the item there and throwing it back up. Interesting option. Could have been used very well for ledge trapping. But as we see, Lightwist using that up special. That's the interesting thing about up special here from Steven. He can kind of just set it up, and since it's a shield, he can literally deflect any down airs coming out near the blast zone when they went to recover, which is pretty interesting.
Indeed, we're going to see the save coming down once again, but it's not going to do too much just yet. It's just going to have that stage presence ever so looming. There we go. We see it start to move. However, Steven not going to get too worried about it. And instead, he's just going to set up his position to, wow, that was a very advantageous position, to be honest. Having both of those shields in that position, one in a vertical position, one horizontal, and then having that healing area as well. It looked a lot like something what Steve would do in Smash.
Yeah, Steven kind of going a little crazy. We see the down airs coming out here as well. And we see also one thing to note, LightWhisp literally having 0 invulnerability meter right now. Using a lot of air dodges and definitely something that you're going to try to regain and get back, as that joint is gray right now.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. It's going to be very, very difficult to try to avoid anything at this point because, like you said, there's no avoid, there's no invulnerability. And as a result, it means that LightWhisp is going to have a little bit of trouble trying to keep the stock for as long as possible. But we've seen it before. LightWhisp can live for a very long time. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, as we see the very good shield coming out there from LightWhisp, able to shield that up air. Attack decay now starting to become a factor. And wow, interesting tunnel right there from Mirrorman, kind of setting up the double tunnel right there. I guess as a quick air. Oh wow, interesting. Wow. Okay, we see the save getting the kill there at the top. As we go through this whole set, the interesting side special here from LightWhisp, and wow, interesting dynamite as well from LightWhisp, able to get the kill onto Mirrorman. Wow, that was amazing placement right there of the item. Items are anyone's favorite, and anyone can use them.
Absolutely. And right now, we're seeing a little bit of shield play so far from the Steven. Oh, that's such cool placement because then it forces Mirror Man to recover from above, and therefore it's going to make it difficult for him to be able to really keep an advantage. But he was able to get it, and now he's showing that his advantage state is going to be very, very good at this point.
Yeah, that is a fact. We see the healing being applied there a little bit as well, and Watermelon's even popping out to help his brother in arms. Uh-oh, there goes the up air there for Mirrorman, though. Not enough to get the kill yet, but as we see LightWhisp is playing the evasion game right now. I feel like that's the one thing that we've seen that's been a whole lot of different from this set. Very good down air there from Mirrorman able to get that kill, but like LightWhisp, as I said, has just been kind of running away. We don't really see LightWhisp kind of going for those combos that we kind of saw earlier with like the nair into down air. It's more so just been LightWhisp kind of just playing around Mirrorman, which is weird because it was the complete opposite going into this set.
Indeed, and Watermelon Steven is providing so much pressure just by running on stage like that. It's just like extra bodies moving makes it sometimes a little harder for the brain to really just like adjust and calculate what is the optimal thing to do. It's just like a distraction. And it's very helpful here because now LightWhisp has been able to just throw out hitboxes and never be punished for them. And it's been showing here so far like Mirrorman has not really had any real stage advantage at this point. He's just been trying to avoid all the madness that has been ensuing so far.
Yeah, that is definitely for sure. As we see that now the pie being given over to LightWhisp, trying to use the pie bot. Now that we see a couple of up airs as well, I feel like what's really interesting here about this like whole set is now like obviously now we're getting into 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Great up special there from LightWhisp. Like both of these two players kind of just like playing a little bit of their own game like in the middle of the stage, and both of them kind of just running around and just going all over the place. It really stresses how much of movement is a factor in multiverses. Like just being able to just avoid attacks and just be able to move is so key.
Ooh, I liked that pie connection into down air there, but looks like Mirrorman is going to take it over LightWhisp 3-1 in the long run. And with that, Mirrorman is going to be moving on to winner's side grand finals. But LightWhisp, once again, not out for the